Good evening. Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices, secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. The pictures of airplanes flying into buildings, fires burning, huge structures collapsing, have filled us with disbelief, terrible sadness, and a quiet, unyielding anger. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shatter steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve. America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world, and no one will keep that light from shining.
I remember that day so clearly, sitting in class backseat, 4th grade in the intercom play. America was under attack. My young mind thought for a sec that the world was over. Teachers crying, kids crying, damn, I even started crying. People dying everywhere, even seeing people falling from the air. Chaos filled everybody's mind. What's going on with the time that we living in? People in power making decisions that only pertains to them. What was the real reason for that day? I guess that's just the answer they can't say. Now the whole nation stood together and they prayed for the loved ones who got lost and the families who had to move on without the mother and the father in their home. What do you tell that parent who's still wondering 10 years later where their son and daughter went through all the vicious attacks that the stories describe? They all could have been fabricated cover-ups for the government fuck-ups. Yeah, I guess that was a pretty good scapegoat, but it still don't make it right if we was wrong. This past summer, the nation chanted as we killed the monster we created, Bin Laden, the man everybody hated. I guess that motherfucker had a point and he made it. I mean, did his death really clear up everything? Nah, it just made everybody scream. It's justice really gained through death. If that's true, Bin Laden gained it for himself. In the back of our mind, it still sits. What was the reason that nigga was so pissed? I just feel like the government makes some decisions that a civilian lose our life for. We got so many men fighting one man's war. I mean, what do y'all have in store? I'm just saying so we can prepare to suffer some more. Because y'all ain't telling us shit. And I'm just wondering why y'all doing this shit. Because people want to understand, if we all Americans, then let's live this life together. Come on, tell us what's going on, what's going on.